Welcome back to the channel, and season's greetings to all you lovely folks out there in the virtual world. And I am definitely excited to get into this one. Today we'll be talking about one of the greatest holiday movies of all time, Home Alone. And just thinking about this movie gives me instant nostalgia, takes me back to my youth, where I'd be around my entire family for the holidays, gathered around the TV, laughing at this movie, and it just... What? Oh, we're talking about Home Sweet Home Alone? Released earlier this month on Disney Plus and not in theaters for obvious reasons, Home Sweet Home Alone tells the story of Max Mercer, a boy who gets left behind when his family takes a trip to Japan for the holidays. And after a misunderstanding, he believes this married couple are attempting to kidnap and sell him to the highest bidder, so he sets up these booby traps and attempts to keep them out. So in other words, it's a Home Alone movie. In fact, it is the 6th entry in this series. Yeah, I must have missed 4 and 5. Anyways, let's jump right into the positives here, because it's a pretty short list, and I want to leave myself some runway to talk about what this movie got wrong. So I'll start by saying Ellie, Kemper, and Rob Delaney, which play the married couple, they're the best part of this movie.
This is not going well!
Now, I'm not saying they're great. I'm not even saying they're good. But every other performance is so bad that in comparison, they're fine. We also get a pretty cool cameo here for all of you Home Alone fans out there. But they even managed to screw this up, as I feel like it really could have lent itself to an end of movie or post-credit scene, and we just didn't get it. And then lastly, the movie could have been longer. Now don't get me wrong, it still felt like an eternity at 1 hour and 33 minutes. But the movie ended eventually, and that was nice. Now before I talk about my negatives, I feel like it's important to say this. I absolutely adore the first 2 entries in this franchise. But I don't want you to feel like this review is coming out of a place of just bias, because even without my nostalgia and my rose-tinted glasses for the first 2, this is not a good film. Like, take Home Alone out of the equation. Even if this movie was just called Home Sweet Home, this is a bad movie. And I've seen plenty of kids' movies as an adult that I thoroughly enjoy. Whether it's Inside Out, or Up, Wreck-It Ralph, Paddington, Frozen. Yeah, that's right. All you people still hating on Frozen in 2021.
Let it go, let it go.
Thank you, Elsa. You heard her. Don't make me play it again.
Let it go, let it...
Okay, I'm done. But my point being, I've seen plenty of kids' movies as an adult that I thoroughly enjoyed. But this?
Woof.
So with all that being said, let's start with my biggest issue here. The quote-unquote bad guys in this movie, they're not bad people. In fact, they're pretty good people. And if you don't know the story, basically Ellie Kemper and Rob Delaney are playing this down-on-their-luck married couple that are struggling so much financially that they're being forced to sell their house while still trying to provide their kids a good Christmas. I know, monsters, right? Now compare that to, say, I don't know, a guy that once told Kevin McAllister he was gonna bite off his fingers one by one.
And I'll burn his head with a blowtorch.
You can smash his face with an iron!
Off every one of these little fingers, one at a time.
And it's pretty easy to see why these two are so sympathetic. You don't laugh when Pam gets her feet set on fire or needles in her face. You don't laugh when Jeff takes a pool ball to the forehead or loses his tooth as he goes full speed into this tree. You feel sorry for the poor people. I don't know if it was just me here, but I don't feel like this is a kid trying to stop these home intruders. I feel like it's this married couple being tortured while this kid laughs like a maniac. Like, is this Home Alone or Saw? And if you're asking, well, if they're so innocent, why are they trying to break into his house? A fair question. So let me tell you, Max and his mother stopped at their open house earlier in the day after he had to use the bathroom, and after being a little jerk to Jeff for absolutely no reason, it appears that Max stole this doll that winds up being worth 6 figures, and this couple wanna, save their family from bankruptcy. Again, monsters. And that'll lead me right into my next point, which is, to me, Archie Yates gives an awful performance as our protagonist, Max Mercer. Just all of his facial expressions, his lines, his line delivery was just bad.
They don't even know I'm here. They don't even know I'm here.
That did not sound right.
It very much felt like he was acting and honestly not doing a very good job of it, which is a shame because he does a good job in Jojo Rabbit. But I could look past all of that if his character wasn't so insufferable, which obviously that's not the actor's fault. That's how he was written. But this kid is spending the entire runtime complaining about not getting McDonald's, talking about how much he hates his family, and being rude to complete strangers for absolutely no reason. Now third, and this will be brief because it's not even worth going into, but the writing, terrible. I genuinely don't think I laughed or even cracked a smile once during this runtime. And even Pete Holmes, a stand-up comedian that I typically enjoy, didn't make me laugh. And that should tell you all you need to know about this movie. And finally, this movie just had none of the heart that we got from Chris Columbus directing and John Williams scoring the first two movies. And it just flat out missed the mark. So much of what made the original Home Alone an instant classic, besides the comedy, was the heart.
The heart, Osborne. First, we attack his heart.
Like Kevin looking at this family photo, or him seeing this happy family go into their house as the music just swells in the background, and this kid realizes, the family that I thought I hated, I really miss. And that is just nowhere to be seen here. You don't get these great moments of this mother that is willing to do whatever it takes to get to her son, like selling the jewelry off her neck. You don't get moments like when she spills her heart to this polka band. Miss you, John Candy.
Did leave one at a funeral parlor once. Apparently he was there alone all day with a corpse. Now, he was okay, you know, after 6-7 weeks. And I came around, started talking again.
You just have this soulless performance, and in my opinion, it just totally missed the mark of what made the first two Home Alone movies so great. So if you're looking for a fun holiday movie for you and the whole family, well, I'd skip this one. But may I recommend Home Alone? Or if you're feeling crazy, Home Alone 2. And to be honest, I think I would rewatch Home Alone 3 before I watch this again. And everybody hates Home Alone 3. Don't they? Let me know if you're a Home Alone 3 apologist in the comments. But that's gonna do it for my review of Home Sweet Home Alone. What were your thoughts on this movie? Is it as awful as I make it out to be? It definitely didn't land for me. But hey, I don't have children. Maybe this was a fun family movie for you and the kids. Let me know down in the comments if you actually enjoyed this film. And as always, if you enjoyed this review, give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing right over here so you don't miss any future content. And to see other things on my channel, like other reviews or ranking lists, you can check some of those out right over here. And as always, we'll see you filthy animals in the next one.